Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For those joining for the first time, this is not a political poll, it's a spiritual poll. Every Sunday, a group of us, we get together and we just play and sing and dance. Jump up and down. I hear you. Jump up and down and do backflips, belly flops on this web of creation. And so today, what I want to think about, what I wanted to look at, is what is the Lemurian message that they want to share with us. We are in these really troubling times. And a lot of us are struggling with how do we move forward. We feel like, hey, that belly flop we just did, that really hurt, versus, oh, that was fun. So the Lemurians moved from, they were part of the Atlantean era, Atlantean and Lemurians. And the Lemurians ascended to a higher place vibrationally of unity consciousness, where the Atlanteans kept that singular focus of power in maybe greed, but it was certainly top-down awareness versus the Lemurians' bottom-up awareness, community-based. Okay, so that's my interpretation. Others may have others. So let's just take a look at what we have here. I'll go over the ends, what cards I have at the end of the video. So I'm using the Brady Tarot, the Starstream Oracle, the Galactic Heritage, and Beyond Lemuria. Brady Tarot, the first card, this is very earth-based. So I guess I am going over them right now, just a little bit. Earth-based. Ooh, the message is the world. For those who read tarot, Brady Tarot, it is tarot versus the other oracle cards. It's the last card in the major arcana. So the first card starts off with the Fool card. Let's go on a journey. And the Fool goes on a journey. He has 21 cards that take this journey. This is the last one. So it's a completion card. It's an ending card. However, it's not so much of an ending as it's a completion of the journey. What have we learned in this journey? What is that resonates with us? What is it that we want to hang on to? What is it that we want to let go of? Because in this ending here, we are starting something new. It's not the ending of us, unless your belly flop was like really, really hard. But it's the beginning of another fool's journey. Second card we get. Ooh, all right. We have the Death card. And for me, I always read death as a new beginning, as a new journey. It's the ending of a cycle, starting a new something new. So we get a completion to start a new journey. We get an ending, getting ready to start on a new journey. And so as you all interpret these cards to your own awarenesses and your own sensibilities, how do these two cards play out in your awareness? The completion card, the death card. To me, they are so similar. This is an evolution card as well, because we have the skull here, And it's interesting, she put a gold molar in the skull. As everything's being put back into the earth, the gold molar is still there. It's fun. And then she drops down, and there's another skull, and that's a Smilodon. And the Smilodon was an apex predator, and it liked humans. To the Smilodons, humans tasted like chicken. Okay, that was a little joke. But the humans, with their brain, they kept going. Smilodon didn't. And below the Smilodon is a Tyrannosaurus. Wow, another huge, powerful creature, animal. So how we think of our power, it's like it's in constant evolution. Is something coming to are we evolving into a lighter being, as in these cards? Oh, I forgot to tell you the first card. The first card. As we get into, and it's interesting that I forgot this, because we're at the completion, we're at the death, rebirth, the evolution, and the very first card that I pulled was trust your innocence. Trust the path that we are on. This is all good. Trust it. Okay. The third card with the Brady Tarot is, three major arcanas. The High Priestess. The High Priestess, the divine feminine of the magician. Tapping into Gaia, tapping into Mother Earth. Tapping into silence, intuition. And the stealth of the owl, moving without sound. And when I think of the Lemurians, and when we go to those Lemurian portals, and they're not just in Mount Shasta. They're all over in California. They're probably more. They're in Catalina, I know. In Hawaii. They're, I'm sure, down the coast, down into South America. I am sure. Have I explored that? No. But I know that there are portals everywhere. There are also portals in Hopi land. So, okay, moving on. Let's move the big Lemurian crystals out of the way. Okay. This is my, what is this? Starstream Oracle deck. What does it have to say? Oof. And I may have to hit pause on this because these decks, I picked the hardest decks to intuitively read. But we can read this intuitively, and then we'll get a little more from the book. This is Zabnoxtis in Lalomita Cave. Okay. You are immortal. Make your decisions carefully. So intuitively, when I think of this and when I read that, I go back to the decision-making process of make decisions with your heart, make decisions for 7 generations down the path of evolution. Because as we go, what are we leaving behind? Think of that future part of you. Okay, as I grab the book, it gets way too deep for this. But it's interesting. This dude, really, yeah, I call him dude. Zalmoxis, he was considered a supreme god. And he would go into a cave and reportedly disappear for years and then come back with secrets and knowledge. And some say that cave led to Argatha. Okay, that gets a little too deep for where we are going here. That really interesting thing that I'm finding with this, that is the last card, the World, of the major arcana in the tarot. This is the very last card in the Starstream Oracle. Clearly, we are at an end in a journey. Okay? All right, let's keep going. I'm trusting my innocence. Thank you. Oh, King Arthur's footprint. King Arthur's footprint. Crown yourself. To me, intuitively, this is all about recognizing our power. To me, this is all about taking that big step that, yeah, we can do this. I mean, how often do we feel that we are imposters, that we're not good enough to intuit anything? And I go back to the High Priestess card. How does she do that? She just gets it. She gets quiet. And we hear stories and things in our heads, and we need to trust that innocence. We need to crown ourselves with that power, the power of belief. This card also talks about empowering yourself with the sky, with the earth, and with the divine feminine. So everything is coming together, body, mind, and spirit, as we crown ourselves. The third card that we get, thank you, touch the Grail. Your goal is within reach. So as we go from this, chills, the High Priestess, the quietness, the intuitiveness, knowing, trust your innocence, knowing that the goal is within reach. Yeah, we are at the end of things. We are evolving. Our goal is within reach. Yay, thank you. Trusting my innocence. I'm trusting these cards. I'm trusting what I'm hearing. Thank you. All right, as we go into the Galactic. Oh, we have good intentions. What's the number on that card? 46, 10, endings, completion. Yikes. Good intentions. Serious. Past. So what this card is saying is that good intentions are key. And the focus on those good intentions are key. However, good intentions alone aren't the answer. It has to be combined with some action and some foresight. And if we miss some of that and we make a mistake, then it's important to allow that forgiveness in so we can start with a new intention. A new good intention. I keep thinking good trouble, and I know I shouldn't be thinking that. But it's that, because that's 3D, that's politics. That's why I said that. But it's not. It's humanity. Good Trouble is all about humanity. For me, right now. Emptiness. 108. I think that's the last card. It is. Wow. That's the last card in the deck. Oh, wouldn't that have been cool if that was up there? But it's not. It's right there. Emptiness. When we get to this space of emptiness, we get to create anything. When we let go of the skull, the death, hanging on to even maybe that gold molar, as we realize that we are evolving and we can let some of that go towards the Lemurian light. This emptiness card is all about going. It's all about, what do we want to create here? Oops, sorry. What do we want to create here in this world? And in the book it says, imagine taking off in a plane. At first it feels bumpy, and the scenery's filled with many distracting things, shiny objects. But as you get through the clouds and the shiny objects are probably your mind, but as you get through that, you get to air, calm, nothingness. And here is where we get to create a new world. The last card we get, oh my gosh, common ground, hybrid, parallel. We are okay with the parallel, with the hybrid, with the common ground. So in the Galactic Heritage deck, they're talking about hybrid beings from other galaxies. But in this spread, we are talking about the Lemurian energy. And it's talking about we are on the common ground to blend with the Lemurian energy, which is why I was drawn to pull another row. And I had to trust my innocence. And I had to let go of my doubts, pull the other row. And I know this is getting long. It's almost getting long as one of those Catholic masses that I used to go to. Okay, we're all going to kneel, and then we're going to stand. Okay, sorry. And that was me doing a belly flop on the web of creation. Here we go. Beyond Lemuria. Awakened awareness. Wow. Awakened awareness. And I look at this card. Okay. This card is all about, this is the eye of God. This is looking into this eye of awakened awareness. This is blending in with that emptiness to be part of the God force, to be part of the web of creation, to step out of our comfort zone, to step out of these angular petals. Looks like an artichoke almost. And it looks like these little points could really hurt us. But this is the divine nature of all. This is open up that flower and let it shine. We are moving into that direction where that will blossom and open. If we take it, if we crown ourselves with the ability that we can be in that presence and be part of that presence, that creativeness. It takes a little bit of vulnerability with that. We have dragon energy. We have Lemurian crystals. And from the book, real strength, holding space, healing past wounds, accepting yourself as you are, sharing from the depths of your heart, raw truths, compassion for others, removing your armor. And just as another little side note, that is the last card of the deck. The last card of the deck. The last card of the deck. The last card in the major arcana. We are at a shifting point. We are at an ending point, jumping into something new, something beautiful. I'm going to go back to 17. I'm going to go back to this one and read the little paragraph from the book, if I may. Awakened awareness, beyond the veil, clearing distortion and illusion. Awareness of what is running us subconsciously, communicating with our God force. Energetic sovereignty, growth outside your comfort zone, the collective awakening. What of those really spoke to you? For me, it was awareness of what's running my subconscious. What's running that? That's what got me. All right, so the end, the last one we get to. This is not political. She of the Lotus. Maybe it is political. She of the Lotus. Ay. Okay, so my intuitive goes off into 3D land. So I'm just going to read from the book what She of the Lotus is all about. It's about the shadow work, addressing dissonance, seeing downfalls as the flip side of superpowers. Loving yourself back to wholeness, the beautiful lotus that grows from the murky waters, disempowering triggers, bringing light into your dark corners. So as I look at this whole spread here, what is the Lemurian message? And I'll speak for me, because as we look at these cards, each of these messages rings a little true and a little differently for each one of us. However, even as we interpret these cards a little differently, because we are the collective, because we are on the web of creation, and everything that we vibrate on this web connects and reverberates to all of us. So even though I'm saying I'm interpreting this for me, I'm interpreting this for everybody, but you don't have to take everything, every little vibration. Take the vibration that sings in your heart. We have 3 major arcanas. This spread has every single last card in the particular decks. We are ending something. The Lemurian way of being, of the law of one, being together, finding common ground to a hybrid, to a parallel, tapping into the God force. being part of that God force, being part of the web of creation. I mean, how many times do I struggle with, I'm not part of the God force that gets to create worlds, yet I know I am. My 3D stuff goes, have a little, what's the word? Humility. But it almost feels like that's weakness. Trust your innocence. Crown yourself. Where we are shifting to, the goal is within reach. Keep your intentions good for future generations, not just this particular moment in time. Take it out. 7 generations. Couple of emptiness cards. High Priestess, the emptiness, the creator force. Being vulnerable. Being the she of the lotus, a beautiful flower from the murky waters. Being the she of the lotus for the world. Make your decisions, your good intentions, carefully. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for being here, for watching. Send peace and love out to the world. Let's create that on our web of creation. Trust that we can have peace and love on the world. Thank you for watching. And again, because you can't say it enough, peace and love.